Darvanalee Design Studio. My name's Nicole Reed and this is Pattern Review Weekly. Today I'm actually doing a review on a free pattern that I got from Craftsy. I did actually teach this as a foundation paper piecing class at a store that I teach at. It's called Mr. Gnome. As I said, it is foundation paper piecing and it's by Unicornharts. Now the reason I wanted to review this pattern today is because I loved it. I thought it was a great pattern. You can see here it's just a cute little mini for your wall that you can have. You could do a whole series of them and turn them into a quilt if you wanted to, or you could just have it as a table center. Now I have done a lot of foundation paper piecing in my quilting journey, and I have done a lot of free patterns and I've done a lot of paid patterns. Now I have never bought anything from Unicornharts, but after doing this that is definitely going to change. Now if this is anything to go by, then I would be happy to hand over some money to the pattern designer for it. It was super easy to follow along with. There's no written instructions as such as with most paper piecing ones. There is a lot of assumed knowledge that you will know how to do this, and in the future I am actually planning some really basic beginner foundation paper piecing workshops on my YouTube channel, so keep an eye out for that. But today we're just going to get I'm going to show you what you get. And this is a free pattern, so I will put the link and everything down below this video so you can find where to get it. And it is on Craftsy, so if you're not on that platform, you will have to sign up to get it. It's downloadable, easy to print out. I always just print my stuff out in black and white, and I just do it on printer paper. Some people get specialized items for their printing out for foundation paper piecing, but I always just do it on printer paper, and I reduce my stitch length down and it works fine. So the block ends up being 11.5 inches by 7.5 inches. It says that it's for an advanced skill set, but I actually taught this to someone that had only done one item many years ago, and she got it okay. She was fine with it. It was easy to follow along with. So I'll just show you what you get in it. So there you can see there, that's the finished product from the class. That was my sample, and I just ditch quilt that. Didn't need to have too much. And he's super cute. He hangs up on my wall, and you see him as soon as you walk in, so he sort of greets everybody. So this is what you get. You get 7 pages altogether. It does say that it's for advanced, but someone that has done several foundation paper piecing would very much get the hang of this and be able to do it without a problem. It gives you some assembly instructions. It's also telling you that it's got the 1/4 inch allowance and alignment markers as well, and I'll get into those alignment markers, and this is why I really love this pattern. It also tells you to shorten your stitch length to make it easier to get the paper off, because not everybody has those specialized newsprints or specialized paper that goes through your printer to print this stuff off. It tells you how to iron. It explains to you that you need to iron each seam because it'll give you neater work. When I do paper piecing, I actually have a roller, which is somewhere here. I use either this or my hand press, that wooden hand press. So I use these 2 items mostly. This is more a recent acquirement, and so I've used this one a lot more, and you still get great work, and it saves you getting up and down to the iron. It tells you how to print it. It thanks you for purchasing her pattern. Even though it's a free one, she still thanks you. There is a hashtag for Instagram to share them on Instagram. There's her her call sign there, or that's a bit old school, but you know, her web address for Instagram, and there's also an email address. It tells you that you can use this for personal use, and or you can't sell it without permission. So then it gives you, now normally this would be in color. I've just printed this off in black and white because I'm having some issues with my color printer at the moment. So basically it gives you a layout of where everything is, and it gives you the letters of what's there, and it gives you the color code. I pretty much followed her color coding. It just used a little bit different fabric. So blue body, and the hat and the rest was just white and cream for the skin. So you've got that there. Then you've also got a colouring in page, so you can mess around a little bit with some colours, especially if you were going to turn this into a quilt. This would be a really good way of auditioning your colours to see how you would like your quilt laid out. And you could do the whole quilt coloured in, and yeah, and it gives you that opportunity to audition some of your colours or even your fabrics. Next we move on to the template. So you can see here that you've got a dotted line. Well, that's the line that you would cut on, and this is your 1/4 inch, the dark line inside that dotted line. And the reason and all your templates are set out the same way, and the reason that I really like this pattern was, and this is not the same for all patterns, this particular pattern, you can see these little cross markers here. Okay, what that happens is when you start sewing your pieces together, when you follow your instructions on the front, so on that first page that we looked at, you can see their assembly instructions. So you take a piece, template A, and attach that to template B. So what that means is you can actually put a pin through template A when you're putting them, because you put them right sides together, you put that pin through, and then you can match it up on B in that same spot, and you know then that all your pieces are going together correctly. And this is really key for things when you're doing things on an angle or anything like that. Sometimes you can get a little bit skew-iff with not matching up, but this entails you being able to match up precisely, and that is what I love the most about this pattern. It was a no-brainer when it came to putting it all together. And as I said, you get all your template pieces that you need, so you can print off as many as you need to make your quilt. It's all set out very clearly. You can see it all marked. There's no trying to guess where they go or anything like that. So that is the Mr. Gnome foundation paper piecing pattern. And as I said, I absolutely love this. So I am going to put the link down below for where you can get this from on Craftsy, and maybe check out some of her other patterns. As I said, I am very keen to purchase some more of her patterns, because if this is what her free ones are like, her paid patterns would be better or the same. Like I can't fault this pattern at all. It was a pleasure to put together. Super easy to follow along with. Just wanted to say at this point that I'm not associated with Unicornharts. She has no idea that I'm actually doing this review. So this is a very much an independent review and just my thoughts alone. They're just my opinions. Give it a go. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. Did you like it? Did you find it easy to follow along with? And for those that haven't started foundation paper piecing yet, this is probably just a little bit too advanced for you at this point, but keep an eye out on our channel. We've got a real basic one coming up very soon. I think it's scheduled for the end of October, so not too far away. If you like this video today, give us a thumbs up down below. Leave us a comment and tell us what you thought. Have you got a pattern that you'd like me to review? You just never know. We might have it in our pattern library. And don't forget, while you're here, subscribe to our channel, and that way you won't miss out on any future posts. My name's Nicole Reid for Darvanalee Design Studio, and this is Pattern Review Weekly. Have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you all again next Monday for another product review. Bye for now.